Hello everybody! I am going to give you a tour of my video game collection. You've seen tours of my video game room, but a lot of times people ask me about my collection as well, so I thought I would go over it with you. Now, I did do a video a while back about how much is my collection worth, but this is going to go in a different direction. Basically, it's show and tell. I have 4 large shelves that I made on my own, and I also made a video about how to make one of these shelves. All the links I'm talking about are in the description. These shelves go all the way up to the ceiling, and I have these jacks at the top that keep them from moving around or tipping over. And if you look out the door of this room, across the hallway, you'll see the video game room. Most of you who follow my channel have already seen that room a lot of times. I keep these in here because there's not quite enough room in that video game room. These are actually in an office that I use, and this is the same office I use to edit the videos, like the one you're watching right now. I'll get into the different games in a minute, but you'll notice that there's actually space behind these shelves, and that's so that I can go back there and store things. So you see the step ladder there, I use that to get to the games that are at the top of the shelf. And behind there is actually a closet. So in the closet is some more shelves, and there's Game Gear games, there's controllers, there's Dreamcast demo discs. Here is a supercharger for the 2600. Up on the top I have a TurboGrafx carrying case, in case I ever want to carry around my TurboGrafx. I also have a backup CRT TV because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm without a CRT. And in that closet, I just have random video game stuff that is stored in these red boxes. Some of these are cardboard cases for the games that I have. I just don't like to display them in cardboard. I like them to be easily accessible. And I have cords and other stuff too. So let me just share with you the kinds of games that I collect and how I go about grouping them on these shelves. I'll start with the Atari 2600. For the most part, I have them sorted by the look of the cartridge and the company that made the game. So all the 2600 games that Coleco made are all in one pile there. And most of these are just the standard black label games. I recently built a new shelf, so I've shuffled everything around, and so a lot of things got mixed up, and so it's kind of a work in progress here. Here's the 2600 games that were made by Mattel. These are a pain in the butt to store. I have to put them sideways because they got this big lip on the cartridge. So moving on, here's the more modern games, the Xbox One, PS4, PS3. I just have a modest collection of games for those. Down here I have games with weird boxes, such as the Dragon Quest I, the Long Box 3DO games, Sega CD/32X games. I even have a Neo Geo game, and this is the only Neo Geo game that I own. And here's some loose games that I have. Wii Sports and Sega CD ones and so forth. So along the bottom I have in-case Sega CD and Sega Saturn games, and I'll just zoom through the selection here. And here's my Xbox 360 collection, very modest. And here's the Cheetah Girls. I'm keeping it here until I can send it away to be graded. Here's the Long Box Ridge Racer. And here's my collection of original Xbox games. Here's my Gamecube collection. And I have a sizable PS2 collection. Here's the Sega Master System. Here's the Wii and the Wii U. I also have some New-On games, and I have a Game Wave game. If you're not sure what these systems are, well, just go on Wikipedia. Okay, and now for the Sega Genesis games. And as you can see, I'm a pretty big fan of the Sega Genesis, and I like them to be in box. The system is very close to my heart. Here's the 32X games. Most of them are boxed, but I have a few unboxed ones sitting out to the side here. There's my ColecoVision collection, looking a little dusty there. Here's an Atari computer game, which actually plays on the Atari XEGS video game system that I have in the game room. And here's 3 video art cartridges, in case I ever want to play that. I have a modest Atari 7800 collection. Over here are some more loose games and small cases and miscellaneous stuff, including some Sega CD stuff. These are the CDI games that I own. I have an NES collection as well. Here's the Sega Dreamcast. Here's some custom cases for the Game Boy Advance. At one point, I was on a big Game Boy Advance kick, and I went to the trouble of printing all these out, and I actually have a video about that. I'll put that link in the description as well. Here's the 3DS and DS games. Here's the Intellivision games. These are Atari XEGS games. Here's the Channel F. Here's the Arcadia 2001 games I have. I have a lot of PS1 games. It's one of my favorite systems. And I have a Super Nintendo collection as well. Here's a few Nokia Engage games. And right here I have the smaller Sega Saturn games, which are mostly Japanese ones. Here's my Turbo Graphics and Turbo CD games. And over here I have an assortment of mostly 3DO games. There's my Jaguar CD games. And here's the non-CD games. I have a single Neo Geo CD game. I also have 3 Super Famicom games up here. These are the Bomberman games that were not released in the US. Here's the Atari 5200 games. Here's the Odyssey 2 games. They're easy to store, but you can't actually tell what they are. Here's my Action Max games. Here's the RCA Studio 2 games I have. Here's the Viewmaster Interactive Vision game that I have. Here's the N64 Collection, and yes, I did put labels on my games. These companies should have did it themselves, but oh well. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share with you my game collection and what it looks like today. I don't know if I'll ever fill out all these shelves, but you never know. Hope you enjoyed the video. May your games make you happy and smart, and may people respect you for playing them. Goodbye, everyone.